Married at First Sight, season 13, season 11, and Unfiltered. Myrla said Gill is passive aggressive. Johnny says Bao is complaining because she's not getting enough sex on Unfiltered. And Zach was just there looking like he's banging Bao after the show. Hey, girl. Happy Monday. Tuesday, right? Today's Tuesday. Hey, I miss you guys. Yes, I miss you guys. I'm getting your emails. Oh my God, Janice, what is going on? You are not giving us any videos. When I was doing 2 or 3 videos a day, you did not appreciate me, okay? And so now I am working on my book for NaNoWriMo. And I'm plotting, and I'm so excited that I'm doing this because I'm finding myself in a lot of holes, and I'm trying to get out. So I'm glad that I'm doing this because I'm really seeing some problem. There's some plot holes. Oh my God, that rhymes. Plot holes. So I am working on prepping. It's called Preptober for those of us who are doing NaNoWriMo. NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writers Month. In the month of November, we challenge ourselves to write 50,000 words in 30 days. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm prepping. I'm glad I'm doing it. I'm excited that I'm doing it. I think this is going to help me to be a better writer and a better organizer, because now that I'm prepping my notes, I am seeing some holes that I needed to fill in. And you should have seen me last night, girl. 10 o'clock, I was under the light with the dictionary trying to find some words. So that's what I've been doing. But I miss you. I'm excited. Listen, tonight we're going to be over on Auntie's Advice at 7 p.m., I think. 7 p.m. So be sure to join us over on Auntie's Advice. I think it's 7. On Auntie's Advice. I know I haven't been on, but I really miss you. So join us at 7. I didn't do my review of last week, so we'll just talk about it over in Auntie's Advice. I want to talk about Unfiltered because I've never heard a husband complaining that the wife needs more sex. If ever this shirt means something, take the cookie off the table. Bao, you're giving it to him too much, Bao. Johnny says you're complaining about y'all not doing the do. I've never in my life, not one time, heard a man or husband complain that his wife wants too much dingling. Never. It's usually I'm not getting it. She don't give it to me. I've never in my life. Who has anybody heard that? Oh, she's complaining. We're not doing it enough. Johnny says, Bao wants it all day, every day, several times a day. Now, like I said on my review of Unfiltered, you're newly married, and I don't see nothing wrong with every day at least twice a day. Especially you newlywed or 2 or 3 times a day. Whatever, you're newlywed allegedly. So my thing is, Johnny, what's the problem, Johnny? What's the problem? Do y'all think Johnny has ET? Is it ET? You know what? I just think Johnny does not like her. Let's remember their past. They knew each other in school. He never asked her out. He never dated her. She liked him. She had a crush on him. He ghosted her 4 years ago. She kept the text messages of him ghosting her. So apparently she's more maybe physically invested than she is. She's always wanted to bang him. So now she has her opportunity, and she's like, I want it every day, several times a day. And John is like, well, I don't want it to be planned. I want it to be spontaneous, and I want something to lead up. I understand what he's saying. Text me, who was it? Creflo Dollar, I think he said years ago, years in the 90s. He said a woman is like an old wooden stove. You have to warm her up all day so she could be ready at night. Bow is ready at all times. Though Bow is 34, 35. So that's interesting, ladies. At 35, 40, women, we hit our sexual peak. If you don't know that. So I got married at the right time, girl. I got married at 35. Okay. Yes, honey. And so Bow, this how Bow Kitty's looking like sad. He don't want to give it to me. Johnny doesn't want to give me the ding-a-ling. This is Johnny. Oh, I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. This is too funny. This is too funny, girl. So I don't know. I just think Johnny doesn't like her. She also doesn't wash. So my thing is, after you do the do-bo, do you go wash the kitty? Or do you just leave it there stale for the next time? Granted, if you're sleeping at night and you get busy, you do the do when you get busy, kind of roll over and go to sleep, and then you wake up in the morning and do it again. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if they're doing it several times a day. Did she go wash up or what? I don't know. But I'm just saying it's a problem when a young 35-year-old husband is saying she wants it every day, all day, several times a day. And he don't want it, because usually I've never in my life, and I'm in a lot of wife groups, I'm in a lot of groups with men, I've never in my life heard a man say she wants it too much. They'd be glad. They'd be like, okay. So something's going on there. To Myrla, did I finally get it right? So Myrla, Jamie run the clip of Gill and Myrla on their date. I thought the date was extremely romantic, very nice. I love picnics. I loved all the dates. I love dates. So all the dates were great. And he said to her, you're did I take a clip of it? Lord Jesus, what he said? You are a brat, something like that. And Jamie said, I want to talk to you about that, because that doesn't seem like a way to get to a girl's heart. No. They asked her, they said the date was really romantic. And she said, yes, minus like the passive aggressive comments. And she said, oh yeah, it was a really romantic date. Like minus the passive aggressive comments. Myrla lies. You know what I saw? When I was listening to that clip again, I saw my husband, because my husband is corporate, and you know how you have to smile even when you don't want to smile, but you're smiling. And so I think Myrla is being politically correct here, because don't nobody say, you're so passive aggressive. We don't say that. We say, oh my God, girl, you're so crazy. And we both laugh. But if you says to me, oh my God, Janice, it's just so passive aggressive, I'm like, that is something serious, right? Because that is a condition, okay? Somebody being passive aggressive. Oh, by the way, look at my cup I found. Don't you just love it? Isn't that just me? I don't sugarcoat. Isn't that me? You don't say, oh my God, you're so passive aggressive, because that's a serious condition that you need to go get counseling and help for. But I think Myrla is just trying to keep it together and trying to be corporate and trying to be professional. And throughout the thing, the whole interview, I was looking at her and I was like, she's been corporate. She's been politically correct. And so Jamie says, well, that's not a way to get to a girl's heart. And she said, no, not for me. And she said, because we've talked about it, he is not going to change. That is his personality. That is, we've talked about it. That is not going to change. And that is his personality. So my question to you, Myrla, You know he's passive aggressive. You know he criticizes you. You know he picks at you. You know he complains about you. What you gonna do about it, girl? Those of you ladies who are dating for marriage, be sure to pick up my book on Amazon. October 11 is my birthday. Don't you forget, it's a national holiday. 23 times the guys you might meet. Pick that up on Amazon for me. You know this about him. What you gonna do about it, ladies? And you know what came to me? I was thinking about it this morning because I just cannot figure out. Well, I know why women are still going hard for Gill. Even though he's passive aggressive, he criticizes her, he calls her name, he finds faults with her, he complains about her. You know why? Those of you are still coming in my comments crying about me calling him a dusty. You don't even know what a dusty is. I had to block about 3 or 4 people yesterday because I didn't feel like it. I was home with the little baby. He wasn't feeling well. He was congested, and it's allergy, fall allergy, and both him and me, we have fall allergy. So we're going to take him to the doctor today just to check him out, just to make sure everything is fine. So he's going to be home from school today. Again, yesterday, today. And I didn't feel like going back and forth with people, so I just blocked them. But you know what came to me is that the people that's making excuses for Gill, this is your norm. These are the type of men you date, who criticizes you, who find faults with you, who down talk you, who is passive aggressive, who verbally abuses you and take you out on a nice date, and then you allow the nice date to wipe away everything else he says. And you can't do that. It's because you're norm. Because I don't understand how y'all can make excuse for this man. After everything he said, after everything he's talked about her, after how he's called her names, after how he's made fun of her, after how he tell his mama she's bougie, after how he criticizes her about how hard she's worked and how she's providing for herself and spending her money. It's because that's norm to you. You think it's normal for a man to talk to you that way. And that's why women are making excuses for him. That's why his decent looks, his tall, dark chocolate frame excuses everything he's done, because that's your norm. You think that's normal. You've never had a man to talk to you and cherish you, because the Bible says, right, that the Lord Jesus Christ, he washes and cleanses and he loves the church by the words of his mouth. And so when we are dating, ladies, we need to pay attention to everything he says. If my husband has said all these things that Gill has said to Myrla, to me when I was dating, I would have never married him. You know why? Because it's verbal abuse. Threatening her with the divorce, giving her an ultimatum. You better kiss me or else. The reason why a lot of you are still making excuses for him, because this is your norm. The man knock you upside your head and then buy you a purse, and then you use the purse to make a decision about him. Not that he knocked you upside your head. When you need to calculate everything. Not one other husband, not Jose, Zach, or Johnny, or Ryan, has talked to their wives throughout the season like Gill has. Minus the big blow up with Jose. And so she says it with a smile on her face. Ladies, this is how you learn passive aggressive comments. That's not funny, ma'am. That's serious. And she said, because we've talked about it before. He said he picks at me. He thinks it's funny. And she said, but I don't complain about my husband. She says, I complain about things, but I don't complain about him. And you know, another thing I'm realizing with Myrla and a lot of you guys is Myrla is living in another socioeconomical class. Is that the right terminology? Help me out in the comment section. And some people is living down here. Okay. So you can go to the resort in Florida and it's like heaven, like, Gill, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And Myrla's like, oh hell no. You know what I mean? You buy the $3.99 gallon of milk and you got that to put in your milk, and she'll buy the $9.99 almond milk. And so to you, what's wrong with it? It's milk. No, I asked for almond milk. And so I definitely agree with Myrla. And so my question to you is, where does a wife get to voice her concern? Because I voiced my concern with my husband. Mike, I didn't like this hotel. Let's not come back here next year. Okay, next year we'll find something else. There's one hotel we stayed in. I was like, Mike, can we please go stay at that hotel? Can we just please? Next time we go to Philly, can we please? He's like, that's a $489 a night hotel. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe next year. But in your marriage is supposed to be a safe space for you to say, I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like that. Because ladies, how many of y'all know God created your husband to fix all your problems that God created him to fix? So while she says she complains about things, she's right. And maybe she shouldn't use the word complain, but voice your concerns or your opinion. It's like she's not allowed to not like that they didn't give her almond milk. They gave her milk. Oh, just be glad and be thankful that you got milk. No, I wanted almond milk. She's not allergic. She has whatever. I didn't like this hotel, Mike. Let's not come back here next year. My husband has never, we went to a hotel when we go on vacation, he's never brought me back to a hotel. We stayed, where we went, what year is this, 2021? Where we went away for Lexi's birthday, Pennsylvania. We went to Michael's birthday. Okay, the hotel we stayed in, Michael's birthday, birthday. I said, Mike, I don't like it. We can't stay here. And he says, okay. Guess what? We'll never stay there again. So is there no room for a wife to say to a husband, I don't like that? So I think Myrla is being politically correct here. I'm waiting for the ish to hit the fan. I'm waiting for this scene where he says in this scene, where is it? No, that's not it. There's a scene that they accidentally showed that, oh my God, I deleted it. But it's the scene where he says, is this girl for real? That scene. I'm waiting for it. Okay. So Zach was there. Zach was just looking at Johnny like Chris, because you know the rumor is Zach is banging Bow, you know, because she wants it every day. He can give it to her every day. I just can't see it because I can't see it. And when I listened to Zach, he was trying to enjoy the date, because he was like, at least we're not arguing and we're not fighting. And so in that sense, he kind of remind me of my husband, because my husband likes a very calm, and my little boy's like that. Okay. My husband, he says his mom was cool as a cucumber. And, they would act up, and then his mom would say, well, wait till your father gets home. And if my father gets home, and, she would forget. And so my husband was raised in a very calm, cool, collected home. And so if I raise my voice, he don't like it, and my little boy don't like it. And so that's something I'm working on. And my tone, he does not like my tone. He tells me, He'll say, could you please watch your tone or change your tone? And the first time he said, I was like, what you said? But then I caught myself. Okay. We all have things we need to work on. So I think Zach just doesn't like the yelling and the screaming and the throwing of things and stuff like that. And I just think Michaela is too much for him to handle. Anyways, I have to go. We're gonna take the little boy to the urgent care to just get him checked out because he's all up. It's allergies, fall allergies. You know, I have allergies all year round, so I know what that is. I love you. I will see you later. Let me know what you think about these passive aggressive comments. What do you think about? She says, we've talked about it. He's not going to change because that's his personality. How many of you ladies are vetting these men? This is why dating is about data. Dating is about data. Gather the data so that you may make an informed decision to avoid becoming the naked wife. I love you. I have to run. Remember, October 11th is my birthday. See you later. And remember, take the cookie off the table. This shirt is available on Etsy. Okay, check Etsy out. I love you. Bye. Be sure to subscribe.